Long ago, in the mysterious town of Eldoria, where social order decided the fate of each person, the townsfolk struggled daily under the arrogant power of the nobility. Each day was a fight for survival. In that town, there lived a poor orphan girl with an outstanding beauty named Ophelia. She possessed the special ability of understanding the language of animals. However, instead of being welcomed for this unique ability, it only made her feel lonelier amidst the crowd, because people in the town whispered to each other about Ophelia's ability, considering it unnatural, even dangerous.
Ophelia, yesterday, one of my sheep, which you held, pushed me over in the sheep pen. Did you command it to do so?
And those black crows that appeared out of nowhere and filled the field. Isn't that because of you, Ophelia? You're indeed a disaster. Quickly disappear.
These rumors made Ophelia a subject of prejudice rather than understanding and acceptance.
She's such a weirdo.
We should stay away from her to avoid consequences.
Help me, please!
One of the most heartbreaking things for Ophelia was the feeling of being misunderstood and having no one stand by her side.
Perhaps she pushed the cat into the drain.
Ophelia, how could you do that to a poor cat? How cruel! It's not what you think.
Feeling utterly helpless, she chose to live in a small house deep in the woods, almost isolated from the town. With her special ability, Ophelia always sought ways to help any unfortunate creatures she encountered.
Go back to your parents. Don't wander and get lost anymore, little one.
Thank you, kind girl.
On a gloomy afternoon, with heavy clouds looming in the sky, Ophelia walked along the familiar deserted path leading to her small house. Suddenly, she stopped upon hearing painful groans under the bushes by the roadside. In the dim light, Ophelia saw a pitiful little dog, dirty and wounded, shivering in the cold air. Approaching gently, she spoke to the dog in a soothing and understanding tone, which only she could do.
Oh my! What happened to you? Can I help you? Don't be afraid. Let me bandage you. I'll be very gentle.
The dog seemed to sense the love and safety from Ophelia, its eyes filled with hope. Ophelia tried to warm the dog in the cold of the night. Though aware of the hardships in her own life, Ophelia couldn't ignore this poor dog.
Your name will be Togo. It means brave.
Thank you, Ophelia.
Since Togo came into her life, Ophelia no longer felt alone, despite the difficulties.
No, Togo, don't do that.
With Togo by her side, Ophelia found comfort, considering the dog as the only light in the darkness of her life. Togo, with his playful nature and robust health, not only brought joy but also helped Ophelia in her hard task, transporting large logs to help her earn a living. More than just a friend, Togo seemed to understand every thought, always finding ways to dispel sadness, bringing laughter and warming Ophelia's heart in the coldness of survival.
Thank you so much, Togo. Thank you for coming to me.
I should be the one who has to thank you, Ophelia.
Through peaceful days together, things started to get complicated when Santan, a greedy and selfish tyrant, the wealthiest in the area, entered the woods in search of rare materials for his new castle project. Strolling around, he noticed Togo. Ophelia's adorable and strong dog caught his attention with sinister intentions to capture the dog for his own use.
This dog is quite clever. Having it would be very useful indeed. Hello, girl. Your dog is quite intelligent, but it seems it must be difficult for you to take care of him, isn't it?
Togo is really adorable. I don't find it difficult at all. On the contrary, since I have Togo, I feel this life has become much brighter.
I really like this dog. If you agree to let him come with me, I promise to leave a large money for you, enough for you to live comfortably for the rest of your life.
But Ophelia, with her determined heart and undying love for Togo, firmly refused.
I'd rather go hungry than agree. Leave us alone. Don't disturb our lives.
With malicious intent, Santan claimed Togo as his lost pet.
People, quickly catch Togo for me.
Huh? No, you can't do that. Leave Togo alone.
Ophelia struggled to prevent his dark actions, and in the scuffle, Ophelia unfortunately got injured. This situation awakened an unexpected strength in Togo. The dog immediately became majestic, bristling with power, confronting the villains without hesitation. Togo's determination and courage made the wicked tyrants unable to resist, eventually forcing them to temporarily retreat in frustration. The protective strength from Togo's sincere heart maintained peace for both, proving that friendship and loyalty are the noblest way of life. After the battle, Ophelia was exhausted, heavily sick with rashes all over, making Togo deeply concerned. During the long time taking care of Ophelia, Togo never left her bedside for a moment. When Ophelia woke up from her coma, seeing Togo made her emotions confused. Suddenly, she made a shocking decision that greatly affected Togo. With great determination, Ophelia led Togo to the place he least desired. It's Santan's doorstep. Ophelia seemed willing to send Togo away in exchange for a large sum of money.
Well, hello, girl. Wanna change your mind?
Yes, I need money. I should have done this earlier to have an easier life.
Ophelia's words pierced Togo's heart like a dagger, causing pain and betrayal.
No, that's not it. Ophelia, your severe illness must be affecting your thoughts, right?
No, Togo. I've never been more conscious.
Now you're mine.
On the way back, Ophelia faced the skeptical glances and whispers of the villagers.
Ophelia is so selfish.
That's right. Even though the dog is loyal like that, she still dares to do that.
However, Ophelia's determined gaze made all judgments fade into insignificance. Meanwhile, amidst feelings of helplessness and confusion, Togo yearned to know the story behind Ophelia's actions but could only bury it in silence. Santan was extremely pleased to have acquired Togo, a smart and strong dog, but Togo wasn't pampered. He was forced into hard labor with sinister intentions.
Ophelia has abandoned you. If you don't obey me, I'll make you suffer hunger.
One day, while on duty for Santan, Togo accidentally caught sight of Ophelia's silhouette passing by, looking frail and thin.
Ophelia!
Huh?
His heart, always yearning for her, drove Togo to find a way back to Ophelia at all costs, to uncover the reason behind her decision. One night, while Santan and his servants were reveling in a feast, Togo saw a perfect opportunity to escape. He snuck into the kitchen, where he knew there was a small window often left open to release heat during cooking. Though the window was high and difficult for a dog to reach, Togo didn't falter.
Come on, Togo! You can do it!
Using his agility, he climbed onto nearby chairs and tables, finally jumping through the window. Almost failed. Right at that moment, Santan entered the kitchen to fetch more wine for the feast, and accidentally caught sight of Togo's shadow sleeping out of the window. However, due to the dim light and his slightly tipsy state,
The damn ghost startled me.
Togo seized that confusion and quickly ran into the darkness of the night, escaping from the castle without being detected. he dashed away from the familiar place he had been imprisoned in, beginning his journey back to find Ophelia. After a long and arduous night, Togo finally returned to the home he had always longed for in his heart. Stepping through the door, the sight of Ophelia was not as he remembered. She looked frail, her face tired from illness.
What is Togo doing now? Is he living well? Maybe he'll be better there. Ensuring Togo has a home, even though it's alongside someone greedy like Santun, is better than leaving Togo to suffer loneliness and hunger while I pass away.
Ophelia, are you worrying about me?
Huh? Togo, why? Why did you come back? You should be living comfortably with Santun by now.
Togo miss you. Togo hates Santon. Togo want to stay here to make you happier every day.
Moreover, Santon not only didn't treat Togo well, but also mistreated him a lot. Seeing Ophelia frail and sick, Togo suddenly took out a rare vial of potion from himself.
Huh?
Santon has valuable medicine. Togo has taken it. Quickly, drink it.
Ophelia quickly tried it and was surprised as her body gradually recovered. The two understood more about each other after that journey of separation. Ophelia, persuaded by Togo, agreed to let him stay.
Santon is very cruel. He dumps the sick into the stream, and the villagers got the same disease as you. And then he sells this medicine to make money. He's truly cruel.
That's right. No wonder right after the conflict with Santun, I fell ill immediately. Perhaps because he wants revenge and wants me to feel helpless by giving Togo to him.
At a lavish party hosted by the tyrant Santun, he boasted to the guests about an ancient vase he had just seized, claiming it contained a mysterious water of life.
Please, enjoy this rare and precious water. Drinking it will make us strong. Enjoy!
However, when Santun opened the vase, instead of magic, he inadvertently unleashed a terrifying epidemic upon the entire town, turning the commemorative celebration into a tragic disaster. Though got much illness water, Santon confidently believed he had an antidote, so he didn't worry. But to his surprise, the vial of medicine disappeared, and that also closed his life. Under the cover of night, the town of Eldoria suddenly fell into ruin, the epidemic spreading rapidly, shrouding every corner in gloomy darkness. Everywhere, from the wealthy to the impoverished, no one was spared from that epidemic, except Ophelia and Togo. Realizing the origin of the epidemic, Ophelia and Togo were determined to find a solution to save the town.
We must quickly come up with a way to save the town.
Ophelia experimented with Santon's medicine. Using her intelligence, she tirelessly researched day and night. She knew that the most important ingredient for the antidote was a rare herb found on the treacherous high mountain. Unafraid of danger, Ophelia hastily set off. Overcoming all the dangers, she moved on until she got exhausted, then fainted in despair. When she opened her eyes again, to her surprise, the sacred herb was right beside her. After countless days and nights of research, Ophelia created a miraculous antidote to save the town from the epidemic. After being freed from death's door, Santon showed deep remorse, but he couldn't escape from justice. The townspeople gradually realized Ophelia's true value. They all burst into tears of joy when being saved by Ophelia.
Thank you, Ophelia. Without you, we don't know what would have happened. I'm sorry for the unkind words I said about you before.
As long as I see everyone safe and sound, I am more than satisfied.
The joy of victory was mixed with sorrow as Ophelia didn't see Togo anywhere. It turned out that Togo's silent sacrifice, the loyal dog, was the final key to the precious potion. The dog quietly left in the night, not wanting to cause more worry for Ophelia in the town's crisis.
Save the villagers, and Ophelia will be happy.
But the mountain was treacherous, and his strength was limited. Togo passed away right after handing the sacred herb to Ophelia. After learning of Togo's sacrifice, Ophelia experienced profound pain. The loss was too great for her to accept immediately. She felt like she had lost a part of herself, a loyal friend, an irreplaceable companion. However, over time, the pain gradually transformed into strength, making Ophelia stronger. Without Togo by her side, the beautiful friendship with Togo always remained forever in Ophelia's heart. She continued her mission to rescue unfortunate creatures, making them as happy as Togo had made her.
When life was dyed in darkness, send your wishes and desires to the stars. If you are sincere enough and accumulate enough merits, your wishes will be carried away by the wind and touch the sacred wish tree. Then the zodiac gods will take turns turning wishes into reality. The wishes are contained within starfruits, a rare fruit that holds the essence of the wish tree. The supreme goddess Cosmo will turn this fruit into a magical wine. Which keeps her extraordinary power, nourishes the land and the zodiac gods. Let's explore the realm of fairy wishes by subscribing to the WOA Fairy Tale channel. The wish tree only bears fruit once every 10 years. And if you're not quick enough, your wishes will easily be taken away. The current head goddess is Capricorn, who is always quick and eager to claim as many wish tasks as possible from the starfruits. On the other hand, Pisces is a goddess who is always laughed at for being clumsy and slow. People look down on her because she only knows how to create illusions. Very dreamy and doesn't contribute much to granting wishes. Because she hasn't fulfilled any wishes, her constellation symbol doesn't even appear in the sky of this land.
Oh no, I overslept! Today's the day the wish tree bears fruit!
When Pisces arrives, almost all the wish tasks have been taken. Only 2 starfruits are left hanging on the tree.
Great! This fruit is mine! Stay away! Come on, you don't have to be so aggressive. If you overslept, don't demand anything. There's still 1 fruit left. Hurry up and take it, Pisces. Yeah, take it quickly. There seems to be something wrong with this starfruit.
Pisces realizes that this is a wrong wish, completely against the laws of life. That's why the other gods avoid it. An old woman carpenter lost her son in an avalanche a few years ago. In extreme grief, she couldn't overcome this pain and wished for her son to be resurrected.
This wish is beyond the capabilities of the zodiac gods. Poor thing, only received 1 wish. Give up. After all, you will always be a burden to this land. I will prove it to all of you.
Pisces knows that she can't bring the old woman's son back as wished, but she can use all her abilities to make her mother live in happiness. The purpose of the wish tree and the zodiac gods in the end is still to bring positivity to life and make everyone warm and happy.
It hurts so much. Here is the old woman's house. She must have accumulated a lot of merits. I can't let her wish go to waste.
The old woman used the most famous carpenter in the village because of her mesmerizing wooden artworks. However, since the accident happened, she only took simple carpentry jobs. In addition, she stayed at home all day, looking back at old pictures and crying so much that her eyes have become blurry.
Who are you? Oh, a goddess. Don't be scared. I am the goddess Pisces. I'm here to fulfill your wish. Oh, I beg the goddess. Even though I tried to forget the past, I don't want to forget. From now on, you will never have to live in pain again.
Pisces immediately cast a spell to clean up the old woman's house. Then she uses her power to create an illusion, making the image of the lost son appear.
My child. It's really my child.
Mother!
I'm sorry, my child. If only I didn't bring you along that day.
It's okay, everything will be fine. The old woman's long, sorrowful heart now beats with joy and happiness. Finally, Pisces has helped someone. She's not as useless as they say. But right after that, a guest suddenly appears at the old woman's house. He sees the old woman talking and laughing alone and gets scared and runs away. He thinks that the old woman must be obsessed with her son to the point of madness. Exactly 1 week later, the zodiac gods gather at the sacred wish tree. In an instant, all the star fruits on the tree fall down.
Success, my first star fruit.
The image of the Pisces constellation is now clearly visible in the sky, shining brightly alongside the remaining 11 constellations.
Hey, how did you fulfill the old woman's wish? The power to create illusions is not a joke, you know. Creating illusions? Ha! That means you're still letting the old woman live in the past. It's not anything great. Why not? Come with me and you'll see how happy the old woman is.
But unexpectedly, the old woman's cottage is now crowded and chaotic. Villagers rush into the house, and some doctors believe that she has a mental illness and try to force her to take medication. The old woman spends her days muttering to herself and refuses to do any work.
I'm not crazy. Look, everyone. My child is here. You should be happy for me.
Unable to convince the old woman, the villagers give up in frustration.
But at least the old woman met her son again. Ha! This star fruit doesn't count anymore because it brings negative results.
Slowly realizing her mistake, but just like the old woman, Pisces doesn't want to face the truth.
No, this star fruit is mine. I tried so hard to get one. Stop being stubborn! Give me the star fruit!
As they both approach the realm of the star, Pisces casts a spell that traps Capricorn in a storm cloud. Pisces' magic only manages to hold Capricorn for a few minutes, but it's enough time for her to show off her achievement to the goddess Cosmo.
Goddess Cosmo, this is my first star fruit. I offer it to you, Goddess. Well done, Pisces. Keep up the good work. Yes, ma'am.
Pisces' heart beats rapidly. She feels the pain, but also the excitement, as she looks at the goddess Cosmo, slowly turning the star fruits into sacred wine.
This wine is unusually delicious.
But just as Capricorn predicted, that star fruit spoils Cosmo's wine.
What in the world is this?
Her eyes widen, but this time they have turned deep black. Goddess Cosmo roars in a frenzy. She begins transforming into strange forms. The zodiac gods quickly join forces to restrain the raging Cosmo.
Oh no, it's all my fault. The negative wish brought negative consequences, and it tainted itself.
The restraint magic gradually loses its effect, and Cosmo starts destroying everything. Grand architectural structures on the clouds collapse. Colorful flower gardens are shattered.
Oh my god! Pisces! Can't you see? You need to fix this mess! I told you already! Help me! What should I do now? The only way to subdue Cosmo Goddess is to find a way to change the situation, to turn the harmful wish into something useful. That's right. I know what to do. Thank you. Hurry!
Pisces quickly flies down to the old woman's house. The house is now in ruins, dirty, and the old woman is still happily talking to the illusions she created.
I'm truly sorry. My child! Please bring my child back! It's time for you to learn to face reality instead of living in the illusions of the past. It's impossible! Please, my goddess! Follow me. I will let you bid farewell to your child one last time.
Using poison to counter poison, Pisces casts a spell for the old woman to see one final illusion. But this time, it's in a vibrant and colorful heavenly garden. Mother!
After all this time, you're still here, my child?
Yes, I have crossed over to the other world, and I'm living a very happy life. Mother, you must also live a happy life. Continue to create magnificent wooden artworks, and help the people around you. When your time comes to an end, I will welcome you in the heavenly garden, and we will be together.
I understand now. I will always love you, no matter where you are.
In a loving embrace, the old woman's heart finally lets go of the past, determined to live the remaining years to the fullest. When Pisces returns to the realm of the stars, the goddess Cosmo has returned to her normal state.
My goddess, I apologize to you. If only I wasn't so stubborn. It's okay, stop crying. Even though you caused this, you also found a way to save me. You're more talented than you think, Pisces. Yeah, I admit your ability to create illusions is impressive. That's right. Just a bit stubborn and sensitive. Stop teasing me already.
From then on, Capricorn and the other zodiac gods no longer compete with Pisces. They assist her in fulfilling more wishes and bring happiness to the world. Once upon a time, in the early days, there appeared planets of sweetness in the galaxy. The planet Ice Cream was covered in a pure, cool, and refreshing white color. Houses and trees were formed from gigantic ice cream cones. Every princess of the Ice Cream planet had the magical power to shoot ice, freezing everything around. Among them, Beva had superior powers. She could create thick layers of ice, ward off the heat of the sun, and protect the planet. Next to the planet Ice Cream stood the planet Candy. The planet Candy dazzled people with its vibrant and colorful candies. A gentle river of chocolate flowed around everything. And the houses and landscapes were made of various sweet treats. As you passed through, you could hear the joyful sound of popping candies. Shadi, the leader of the planet, had the ability to transform everything into delightful sweet treats. The neighbor of the candy planet was the planet Cake. The planet Cake exuded a simple and pure beauty, where the houses were made of cookies, biscuits, and sponge cakes. The air carried a sweet aroma of freshly baked cakes, and in the distance you could hear the delightful sound of cake bells. Princess Yana possessed the magic to seal everything within an invisible thread. lastly, there was the planet Pudding, radiating smoothness and gentleness. From the sky to the ground, everything was soft and tender. Ari, the Pudding Princess, had the ability to soften even the hardest things, making them tender and delicate. However, these planets did not get along well with each other, which made it easier for evil forces to invade. The planet Candy was the first target of the ant tribe, who had poisonous legs that caused damage to all the sweets. Princess Shardy tried to use her powers to protect the planet, but failed to defeat them. Shardy decided to seek help from the other planets, but received cold rejections. Upon returning to her planet and seeing the devastation, Shardy burst into tears.
It's all because of me. I'm utterly useless for not being able to protect my own planet.
Princess, don't blame yourself. We'll always be by your side.
In the past, my older sister Carrie was the most powerful. But since she became the queen, she only sent letters saying she wouldn't fulfill her mission in another land. I've tried every means to contact her, but I couldn't find her.
Just then, the news of the intergalactic beauty pageant spread.
Another beauty pageant? Isn't my sister the reigning queen? That's strange. I must participate to meet the queen and find answers about my sister.
The day of the beauty pageant arrived, and all the princesses gathered in the hall of the Galaxy Kingdom. Everyone was dressed splendidly, while Shardy wore an old dress. People mocked and jeered at her. The official competition began, and the host introduced the various rounds. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Galaxy Peace Queen Pageant. The competition consists of 3 rounds: evening gown showcase, talent round, and question and answer round. Those who advance to the 3rd round will have a direct audience with the Queen of the Galaxy, Apora.
That's right. I have to meet the queen to inquire about my sister's whereabouts. I must make it to the 3rd round.
Shardy quietly observed while waiting for the contestants to get ready for the 1st round.
How can I win this round? They are all so beautiful. Give up! No matter how hard you try, it's useless.
The host started calling the names of each contestant. The evening gown showcase round is about to begin. The first contestant is from the ice cream planet, Beva. The second contestant is from the cake planet. The third contestant is from the pudding planet. And Shardy is the final catwalk contestant. Finally, the princess from the candy planet has arrived. Shardy!
Her dress is so ugly. Does she have any other dress?
Hers is older than mine.
At the same time, the other contestants were returning to their positions.
Sorry, I must make it to the next round.
She quietly transformed candies to disrupt the performances of the other contestants without anyone noticing. The princesses sitting on the stage were shocked and cried out in pain. And of course, Shardy received the highest score in the 1st round. The 2nd round is the talent round. Contestants, please prepare your most outstanding performances. First up, let's welcome contestant Beva. Beva stepped forward, but suddenly the lights went out. On the stage, there was only one spotlight shining on Beva, making her stand out. Her feet glided gracefully, as if she were wearing ice skates. Beva could even create ice from her hands.
I'm sorry, Beva.
As Beva approached the wings, unexpectedly, a candy stick pricked her foot. Feeling embarrassed, Beva gave up on her performance. And the next contestant, Yana! Yana began her performance. Strands of pasta gracefully flew through the air from her sleeves and twirled around Yana like a whirlwind.
Jana, forgive me.
Suddenly, a long candy bar flew towards Yana. Yana got confused and the strands of pasta entangled her like a mummy. Yana decided to give up on her performance. Next up, contestant Ari! Ari performed a dance routine on giant puddings. The soft puddings acted as springboards, propelling Ari from one side to the other.
Ari, I have no other choice.
Ari stumbled, and small pudding cubes fell on her head. Ari quickly gave up as well. There's no need to argue. At the end of the round, once again, Shardy secured the highest score. The winner of the second round is Shardy! The final round, the question and answer session came, and Shardy was taken to meet Queen Ipora. It was a special room where Shardy couldn't see the Queen's appearance.
Hello, Queen Ipura. I've been wanting to meet you for a long time. Run away! It's the Queen's trap!
Startled, Shardy rushed to pull the curtain forcefully.
Sister! Run! She's coming! The Queen has been kidnapping the most beautiful and talented girls to absorb their life force and remain forever young! It's too late now!
Ipora rushed forwards and cast a spell on Shardy, rendering her unable to move, her whole body frozen.
Ah! You monster! You'll never be beautiful by carrying an evil heart! I will defeat you! Ha 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 ha! How will you do that? Like this?
After their failed performances, the princesses began to suspect something was wrong. They secretly followed Shardy to the Queen's room to find the truth. They listened to Shardy's story and Kari's revelation about the evil Queen Ipora.
Shardy, you played dirty because you realized the contest had issues, just like the mysterious disappearance of our sister. We will help you protect Kari and fight against her. Your imitations! Don't talk too much!
Yana shot out strands of pasta that tightly wrapped around Ipora, immobilizing her. Immediately, Beva quickly shot ice blocks to encase Ipora. Without hesitation, Shardy transformed into a candy rocket and forced herself inside. Finally, Ari turned into a pudding launch pad, ending the battle. Shardy and the princesses brought Kari back to the Candy Planet. Together, they helped Kari regain her original appearance. People from different planets came to celebrate with the Candy Planet. They all joined forces to repair and restore the Sweet Planet after the attack of the Ant Tribe. Thus, the Candy Planet was revived and adorned itself with a sweet and enchanting beauty once again. From then on, the 4 planets, ice cream, candy, cake and pudding, lived peacefully, creating a sparkling and beautiful galaxy.
We always thought that magic would make everything in life easier, but in fact, would this be true in all cases? Or would it make things even more complicated? Let's find out with Loa Fairy Tales. Once upon a time, there were 2 kingdoms that existed in parallel and lived peacefully together, named Human Land and Wonderland. Unlike Human Land, where humans lived and there was no magic existed, Wonderland was the land of mystical creatures, possessing magic. If a person in Wonderland fell in love and vowed to live with the other half of Human Land, that person would lose all magic. Of course, Giselle, the optimistic princess of Wonderland, was no exception when she decided to marry Philip, the courageous prince of Human Land.
My dear, I know you love Philip very much, but if you take all your magic from now on, you will no longer be able to talk to animals, give life to trees, control things.
Don't worry about me. I believe that if Philip is by my side, I will always be ready to adapt and overcome any difficulties in the future.
Okay, I hope you and Philip can live happily together. And this is my gift to you. Keep it carefully.
I will. Thank Father. I love you.
After stripping all magic, Giselle and Philip entered the magical door and returned to Human Land. To the welcome of everyone. However, when Giselle was about to turn out small gifts to give to her subjects, she realized her magic had gone. Giselle, are you okay?
Nothing. I just haven't gotten used to the absence of magic.
It's okay. With me by your side, I believe you will soon get used to life here. Giselle nodded and started living a magic-free life with Philip from here. Soon after getting married, Philip had to travel to visit neighboring countries. Only Giselle stayed at the palace and learned to adapt to life. However, things were more difficult than she imagined. For example, Giselle couldn't make beautiful clothes by herself, so she cut the curtains to sew a lovely dress for herself. Or when she had trouble cooking, she tried to call the squirrels and birds to help, but because they could not understand her words, they accidentally destroyed the kitchen and caused a fire in the palace. After everyone put out the fire, Giselle apologized to the maids and sadly returned to her room.
I wish Philip were here right now. If I had magic, these troubles wouldn't have happened.
When Giselle's tears fell on the necklace, suddenly the necklace gave off a magical light and turned into a wand.
Princess Giselle, I am the magic wand, a gift from your father. Knowing that you would have trouble living here, so he gave me to you. To help you perform all the magic you wished for. If you could give treasures of equal value, I can help you fulfill all your wishes, except for saving or harming anyone. Is that true? If so, my wish is to have the ability to talk to all living things. Even though I'm very sad at the moment, I don't want people to worry, so I hope I can talk to the animals like before. Okay, I will help you with this, but the price you have to pay is your wedding ring. The ring? But this is the treasure of my love with Philip. But I've been wanting to confide with someone lately. So sorry, Philip. I have to give the ring to the magic wand.
Immediately upon obtaining the ring, the magic wand granted her wish.
Princess Giselle, don't be sad. We're always here to help you.
Little chipmunk, now I can hear your voice again. Thank you so much, magic wand.
However, Giselle did not expect that her wish made it possible for all people in Human Land to hear the voices of animals, because her wish lacked a subject.
Ah, I can hear the birds thanking us for feeding them. Yes, I can also hear you talking.
Seeing everyone so happy, Giselle thought the magic was working well on everyone, so she went out to chat with the animals without noticing a dark smoke billowing from the magic wand. With the magic wand, Giselle gradually regained her confidence in Humanland. However, Giselle's wishes gradually increased as she thought that the people of Humanland needed more magic to live happier lives. So, she traded her taste buds to help the plants have souls, care for themselves, and harvest for each other. Giselle even traded her laughter to help people have a more brilliant winter festival with more fairy miracles. Unfortunately, the more Giselle wished, the more she felt that her body was tired, irritable, and had a dark smoke emanating from her body. Moreover, although Giselle's wish came from kindness, Humanland was a land of humans, so they couldn't get used to the magic created by her, so their life was gradually turned upside down and disordered. Therefore, the people were very upset and criticized her magic, making Giselle feel extremely pitiful, resentful, and increasingly losing her temper. Even when Philip arrived and rushed to see his wife's situation, it could not stop Giselle, who was gradually losing control. Giselle, please calm down.
Get out of the way! I'm just helping people throw a party, but look at them! They're not understanding my good intentions, even criticizing me.
It's not like that, Giselle. I apologize for not being with you during those times, but I believe they only had a little misunderstanding and difficulty when they came into contact with the magic.
It's also hard for me without you by my side and having to live in a place where magic doesn't exist. I tried to be happy while being sad, but they just had a little trouble with magic and they were already screaming. So, with this wand, I wish everyone in Humanland lived in a magical world like Wonderland to understand me better.
But this wish of yours is too big. You must trade your most precious thing, Princess.
There's nothing more important than proving that a magical life like Wonderland will make life better here. Grab this witch magic wand.
Okay, if you want.
As Giselle swung her wand to grant her wish, the entire Wonderland gradually appeared and released many fairy characters into the human world. However, that huge source of magic caused the people to panic, and the whole festival seemed to be completely destroyed. While Giselle was happy with her wish, she suddenly heard a scream.
Prince Philip, please wake up! Get out of here before those roses hurt you!
What happened to Philip?
What happened? Philip is the price you have to pay when you want Humanland to be a magical place like Wonderland. So I just put him into an eternal slumber as an adequate compromise. You should be happy.
But I didn't expect that the person who had to pay for my rash actions was Philip. Magic wand, please bring Philip back at any cost.
Nothing of you can take Philip's life now. Just as I have reminded before, I can't save.
Hearing the magic wand's words, Giselle seemed to collapse and looked towards the chaotic scene before her.
You see, Princess, although you meant well to everyone, because of your reckless and immature actions, you caused unpredictable consequences, causing everything to gradually become chaotic.
I understood my mistake. Please put things back the way they were.
But if that's the case, you will have to give up all your magic once again.
I think, even though the absence of magic brings me a lot of trouble, but if I keep this magic, there will be many people who will suffer because of my selfish actions, including Philip. As for Philip, I vow to take care of him for the rest of my life to make up for my shortcomings.
Little princess, you finally understood your lesson.
Father!
From the magical gate, Giselle's father cheerfully appeared and used the magic wand to turn everything back to the way it was. After completing the restoration of Humanland, Giselle's father walked over to Giselle and Philip and helped the son-in-law to regain consciousness.
Little princess, first I'd like to apologize that we intentionally gave you this wand as a connection to magic in order to see if you're really alright living in human land. And although a lot of unfortunate things have happened, you must be very happy to see things return to the way they were. And I believe you have learned a valuable lesson for yourself after all this.
I knew my mistakes and understood how important it is to adapt to change. It's not about making things work according to my own preferences, but always having a purpose to act positively towards both myself and others.
Above all, life's greatest enemy is yourself. Therefore, you should learn to rise up on your own. Then your fear will completely disappear.
After that, Giselle gradually learned to control her emotions, and once again tried to better herself while living in human land. In the end, Giselle became a talented queen, standing side by side with King Philip, bringing peace to both kingdoms forever after.
Look, the sparkling meteor lifted the prince and the princess up. What would happen to them? Let's follow Woa fairy tales with today's story. From the earliest of time, the supreme god divided the world into 3 lands. One with full of ice, which was ruled by the Ice King, and another hot land with full of brightness, which was ruled by the master of the holy flame. And the remaining one was a secret land, which no one knew what was inside of it. Although having great powers, the 2 kings really hated each other. They were always angry with each other and argued about who had the supreme power. The rivalry made the people in those lands suffer a terrible time. One land was too cold and the other was too hot. Moreover, their hateful attitude even brought troubles to their own family. At that time, the 2 queens were both pregnant. To celebrate that great event, the supreme power held a party for anyone to come and congratulate the 2 kings. Everyone thought that for the important party, the 2 kings would drop their ego. However, it didn't happen. They continued to argue and the fighting broke out.
I cannot stand his hateful face. He pretends to be cold all the time.
Who's hateful? Who pretends to be cold? You're not better than me. Why do you have to be uptight and hot-tempered the whole time?
Yes, hot-tempered, but my fire can melt down your ice. Just admit it. You're always weaker than me.
What did you say? You think I'm weaker than you? I dare you to fight with me!
Then they started to fight. Unfortunately, while they were fighting against each other, they couldn't control their powers, making it flew out of the battle scope. The ice power flew into the body of the Fire Queen, and the fire power came into the body of Ice Queen. Everything was still fine until the 2 queens gave birth to their children. The Queen of Fire Kingdom gave birth to a prince named Fidel. He inherited the fire power, but he had an ice birthmark on his forehead and a cold heart. The ice heart seemed to extinguish his life flame. Rosa, princess from the Ice Kingdom, was not better. She was born with a fire birthmark on her forehead and a burning heart. This made her painful all the time. The prince and the princess brought an opposite curse along with them, making them weaker and weaker day by day. Worrying for their children, the 2 kings had to make peace. Together they went to find the supreme god.
My supreme god, we really regret about our extravagance, which badly affected the 2 kids. We will do everything to change. Please, have mercy on them. Please, save them.
Yes, we will take all the responsibilities, and even the consequences. We just want to save them. They were so poor. If the kids wanted to be saved, they will have to go to the mysterious land by themselves and find the meteor. Whether they can save themselves or not, it all depends on their bravery and intelligence. That's all I can help.
Following his instructions, the prince and the princess arranged to meet each other at the forest before the mysterious land. Together, they crossed the forest and reached the mysterious land right after stepping inside. They were blocked by a lava river with hot and strong current.
It's nothing, just a lava river. You can back up. I will freeze it.
Huh?
Why that stubborn river doesn't even move? It's pissing me off.
Let me try. I also had an ice heart. I will try to use both powers.
The prince came closer to the lava river. He combined the two powers and turned the lava river into a giant stone. The princess quickly crossed the river. However, the stone is still hot, making her leg get burned. She immediately got back.
If you don't mind, I can carry you to cross the river. I'm not afraid of that hot stone, so I could do it faster.
Huh?
So please help me.
Huh?
Being on the princess' back, Froza found her heart racing. Getting across the river, they found a shining half of a red gem. They immediately put it away and continued the journey. Crossing the lava river, they reached an ice land. There was an ice rain with the ice spike falling down from the sky. The ice princess quickly came up with an idea. She created a firm ice shield to protect the two. Together, they walked through the pointy ice spike. Unfortunately, getting halfway, the shield was broken down by the weight of the ice spikes. As his nature response, Fidel hugged Froza and covered her. A sharp ice spike flew towards them. Froza unconsciously raised her arm to cover. Right at that moment, the firepower inside her body was activated, and it melted the ice spikes down. They successfully crossed the ice land and collected half of the blue gem. Because they had used opposite powers for so long, the two became weaker and weaker. They tried to walk slowly toward the secret land. Finally, they reached a gate with moon and star patterns carved onto it. There was a circular hole in the middle of the gate.
I got it, Froza! Give me the remaining piece of gem!
The Ice Prince had to assemble 2 pieces of the gem together and fill it into the hole, and he could open the gate successfully. Stepping inside the gate, everything was covered by the thick, dark fog. They couldn't see each other.
Fidel! Fidel! Where are you? Can you hear me?
At that time, there was a shadow which looked like Fidel appeared. It immediately attacked Froza.
Naive princess, I'm your Fidel. It was so lucky you didn't realize that I have taken advantage of you for our whole journey. Now, I'm at the place I want to be. Meteor can only save one of us, so I have to send you to hell!
At first, Rosa was really angry, but she quickly realized the contradiction in those words.
The fog was all around. How could Fidel know exactly where I was? Moreover, Fidel was really kind. He ignored all the dangers to save me. He would never do that. Imposter! You're not Fidel for sure! My Fidel will never be as evil as you!
Froza slashed the shadow, making it broken. And the fog was drifted away. A vault of the sky appeared, with a sparkling meteor in the middle, and the two could see each other.
Froza! Here you are! I've been looking for you! Are you okay? You made me so nervous!
I'm alright, don't worry!
Right at that moment,
The meteor shone and flew toward Froza. Fidel, that meteor can save only one person. I'll give this life to you. For me, just live a happy life.
No, Froza. The meteor flew to you. It chose you. Don't worry about me. Quickly, use it.
You're smarter and calmer than me. You will be able to achieve great things in the future. Just take it. When I'm gone, please take care of my parents for me. Finally, Fidel pretended to agree, and suddenly he pushed the star toward Froza. Froza was really surprised, but right at the moment when the meteor hadn't entered her body, she rushed there and hugged Fidel tight. The meteor shone, and the two flew up. The two powers escaped from their bodies, combined, and vanished, and the birthmarks on their foreheads also disappeared. Fidel, can you see it? The curse is lifted. We are alive.
Yes, the curse is lifted, but our love will not end, right? Froza, will you agree to be with me and extend this love to the end of our lives?
I agree. After overcoming the danger, they came back together. The two kings realized their mistakes. They made peace together and gave the throne to their children. Princess Froza and Fidel Prince soon took the thrones. The two kingdoms united together as one, making the fine weather with 4 seasons. And the people lived in happiness and peace forever after.